I will be discussing cognitivism as the learning theory. This is a theory that was developed as we went away from behaviorism as a major learning theory back in the 50s. And it was largely developed by Jean Piaget, who's a Swiss psychologist. One of my references is an article by Kevin Clark on learning theories, cognitivism in particular. In this article, he defines cognitivism as a theory that emphasizes the role of mental activities in the learning process, which include actions such as thinking, remembering, perceiving, interpreting, and reasoning, and problem solving at the end of that. Now, Jean Piaget described cognitivism as falling in four different stages of cognitive development. From the ages of 0 to 2, kids are going through what we call sensory motor, where they're developing their motor reflexes. Pre-operational stage is the next one from ages 2 to 7, and they represent ideas and they engage in mental imagery. And then after that, from ages 7 to 11, it's concrete operational, where they acknowledge one another's viewpoint and begin to use logical thought. After that, past the age of 11, they're thinking logically and abstractly. Now, when it comes to developing learning systems or curriculum and using things in training environments, the cognitivism really works because it identifies the way people think and the way they process things. Now, my focus right now professionally is working with adult learners. So cognitivism might not be the most beneficial. And according to an article by Maria Sebastian Rucker, 2017, in the Journal of Human Resource Management, it talks about how we can understand learning theories and their use in the design of training. And she actually explains that the fact that the cognitivism learning theory is not as useful in design of adult training for adults who are past maybe the age of 25 and up, because it kind of stops around the age of 20. However, I love this theory because it emphasizes that people are not just behavior-based, but they actually use their brains in terms of processing things and understanding concepts. And so we have to take that into consideration. And if I was to apply cognitivism to our distance education course, I would make sure that I emphasize all these different factors. How are we employing thinking, making sure that people are able to think, that they're able to use their memory, using things like tests to make sure that they remember things that they did. Perceiving, by making them write out things, thoughts, and processes, because it helps you understand that they're actually perceiving things beyond just what's given to them. How do they interpret information and convert it into useful resources? How do they reason? You can have people write arguments and debate letters, and also problem solving, basically just giving them issues and problems that they can actually resolve. That is the way I would use the cognitivism learning theory. And I think it's a very useful theory, even though most of it focuses on young learners.